All right, everyone. Here we have my boy Ben. And we're back with another episode, and this one will be Game Week 4 predictions.
Yes, sir.
So we can get right into it. We already know what the biggest game of the week will be, but let's jump right into it. The first one will be West Ham versus Luton Town. West Ham away. I'm not going to waste any time. I'll be honest with you. It was a big upset, or I think it was a surprise that West Ham did pretty well last week. And against Luton Town, bro, I'm telling you, I'm still shocked. I don't even know when the hell they're going to get their first point. So I think it will be a 3-0. 3-0 to West Ham.
Yes. I also think West Ham is going to win this game. They just bought this new guy, Mohamed Kudus. We've got James Ward-Prowse, Antonio. The defense line is solid. Maybe it's just a bit of a bummer that they couldn't get Harry Maguire, the best defender in the Premier League.
Agent Ben still trying to sell him off.
Yes. And but I don't think Luton is going to prove to be any threat to West Ham. So we move. This one, my scoreline will be basically 2-0 to West Ham. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So jumping to the next one that we're gonna bring up. So I'm gonna say Burnley versus Spurs, and I just gotta say, rest in peace to our Carabao Cup dreams, because that was awful. I don't give a shit that we didn't play our first team, but it's like, come on, if you're gonna play any squad, knowing that we haven't won anything in God knows how long, why would you half-ass it? And I'm sorry to say, what was it? Fulham tied Arsenal like 2-2, I believe.
Yes.
So it's like they're not a bad team. So like, I don't know. I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me why they didn't get their best foot forward, but whatever, we move. So Burnley versus Spurs, I'm going to say Spurs have to show up. I'm going to say a 2-1 victory by Spurs.
To be honest with you, I'm even surprised you came to the show, because you should be having shame. How? But at the end of the day, I'm like, it's Spurs. Come on, we know what you guys are going to do. You're going to start the season well, win the first 5 games, and then bottle it. You bottle it. You're the top bottlers. But how could you bottle the Carabao Cup, my guy? Like, talk to me. Carabao Cup. And I just wanted to say to you, not every coach can win Carabao Cup. As the Carabao Cup holders right now, we can tell you it ain't an easy game. But we know everybody's not Manchester United, but you're playing Burnley this week. Honestly, Vincent Kompany is struggling, and I don't think also he can match Maddison in his team. I'm not sure. Did you guys buy anyone in these last few minutes? Did you?
Recently, I don't think so, but I think there's like talks ongoing. Even from Forest, who might grab someone. Big deal was it Ansu, the guy from Barcelona. Yeah. I know. That was a shock.
That was the first 2 guys that were.
Yeah, pretty much. That or maybe the salary stuff, man. Levy's probably like, yeah, you're going to cover the whole salary.
But anyway, okay. To conclude, I think, you're gonna win. You're gonna win 1-0. I don't think you're gonna score a lot of goals. 1-0.
All right.
It's gonna be a tight, close one.
I'll make an extra bet. I think we're going to score at least 1. Anyways, what I'm going to get into now, well, before I get to the next one, I'm just going to do a quick comment. I love how the year that you guys win the Carabao Cup, you talk with that much esteem and prestige about it. So
at the end of the day, cup. After the Premier League and the FA Cup, what other cup exists, bro?
I'm just saying. I thought that's kind of funny. I feel like every other year you'd be like, oh, it's just an energy drink cup. Who cares? But that's fine. Anyways, moving forward.
Wait, let me tell you something. You start with the Carabao Cup before you win the Champions League. Look at us. We won the Carabao Cup. Now we're in the Champions League. But you know what?
That's it. Yeah, there's levels. There's levels to it. All right, cool. All right, so let's jump into it. So the next one will be Chelsea versus Forest. I guess I can start for this one. So I think the big deal right now is that finally they're showing some attacking threat. I know it was against Luton Town, but you start seeing a little bit more of what they're capable of when they're kind of acting a little more cohesive. I was going to say Sterling and Jackson, I think, should be able to get a GA maybe each. So I'm going to say a 2-0. You know what? No, I think they're going to leak at least 1 goal. So I'm going to say 2-1 victory, Chelsea.
I think actually it's going to be a draw. 1-1. I do not think Chelsea can beat Nottingham Forest because I saw Nottingham Forest last week against Manchester United. I think they have it in them to rattle Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I really believe, in as much as I don't rate Nottingham Forest, I think they have a little bit of experience, and they will definitely there won't be a walkover. So on this one I'm saying 1-1 to both of them. Chelsea's gonna draw points.
Interesting. And I will say that one thing I do find interesting about this is that I feel like whenever your team's versing someone, you really analyze them well because you're watching literally the whole 90 minutes versus highlights or just kind of I guess you can say like the score sheet for some of the others. So I think you might be correct in that. So, but the next one was going to be City versus Fulham. I'll let you take this one first.
That looks easy on the cards, but Fulham gave Arsenal a hard time last week. They were not a walkover. Manchester City scraping wins. They were away at Sheffield. It had to take in the dying minutes for Rodri. Rodri's just another beast. I like that guy. But so
not as good as Casemiro though, right?
As good as who?
Your boy Casemiro.
Oh no, Casemiro, man, age is catching up. When you've got 5 Champions League, they're too heavy to carry on the pitch, man. It's 5 Champions League and 1 Champions League. Come on.
Are you saying he's retiring at United? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, he is. He's gonna be. He is after United, not at United. After.
So after he wins the next UCL, that you're gonna win this year.
With us, of course. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay.
Exactly. But Manchester, they're at home. They'll beat them 2-0 to Manchester City. 2-0.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say obviously. I know we didn't face both our starting lineups for like that last Fulham game, but yeah, Arsenal is I think a good litmus test. They definitely pushed them more than I thought they would. I thought it would be an Arsenal win. So what I'm gonna say is, with City not firing, I know Højlund missed that pen, which is kind of strange. Definitely not characteristic of that. I'm surprised he didn't play Foden, by the way, starting. So I don't know what Pep's up to, but I do think it'll be a tight win. So, and what was your score prediction?
2-0 for City.
2-0?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to say 2-1. I think they're going to be able to, they might leak a goal.
I don't see anyone scoring for Fulham, but it's okay.
Yeah. And then we have Newcastle and Brighton. So Brighton's home, Newcastle away. I guess I can go to this one. So I think this will be a tight game. So I think Brighton has to show up from that last game. And I feel like the Newcastle fixtures are now kind of a little bit easier, or will be easier very shortly and soon, very shortly. And for that reason, I feel like they're a little bit more optimistic. I know Zerbi's been cooking, but Eddie Howe, man, what they're doing with this team, I think now with the UCL group draw in place, they're going to be a little more fired up. I am predicting a 3-1 Newcastle win. I think they're going to be firing all cylinders.
A friend, I beg to differ. You see, both of these teams, they started very well. The first game of the season, they scored high goals. But the past 2 games, they've lost, both of them. They are 3 points each, So morale is a bit low in both camps. Brighton has the advantage of being at home. And as you said, yes, Zerbi is out there. He has these small boys on the wings. He's got Mitoma. I think Newcastle, I watched the game against Liverpool, and they were very wasteful. Gordon, they should have killed off Liverpool, a 10-man Liverpool, but they didn't. So for me, it made me raise eyebrows and ask myself, does Newcastle have it to be, to be like a title contender, or even deserve to be in the Champions League right now? And and also contrary to what you said, they are now, the draw has been done, they'll be fired up. Actually, I think the coach now will think about rotating, because the squad he had, the group he's in is got PSG, AC Milan, and Dortmund. So he has to keep his best players. So that means he's going to rely now on a limited number of players to really deliver, which I think he used to rely a lot on his substitutes like Wilson and these other guys, but now he has to have 2 teams. So having said all that, because I think this one needs a bit more analysis, I think Brighton will win on the verge of them being at home. In as much as there's no Champions League coming up very soon, I think there's going to be an international break. And then, these are the last games before the international break. So coaches are going to put in all their players, and then they just don't care. Wherever they go, they can get injured. They don't mind. But I think Brighton will win it because they're at home. and they're a bit more, like they're very, I would call them, they're light. The way they move around with the ball is very good. Whereas Newcastle, I think they're too aggressive, and they might actually have another card or something that might hinder them in their away from home. And they haven't been very good away from home, Newcastle. If you remember from last season, they win a lot at St. James Park, and away they just usually draw, or it's usually they lose. So Brighton at the Amex Stadium, I think they win 2-1.
Okay, so definitely have different views there.
Different.
I'm still sticking with my prediction. I am overly optimistic on Newcastle, I will admit that.
Okay.
But I will say that I don't think they're playing in Champions League anytime soon. So for that reason, before the squad rotation kicks in, I feel that they're still going to play with their strongest, just to kind of show what they can do and maybe send a message to the UCL group. But so sorry, your score was 2-1, correct?
Yeah, my score was 1.
Okay.
I think Champions League, aren't the first round of games like 9 September or something like that? I don't know. No, not 9. I don't know when. But it's soon after the international break. It's Champions League.
Okay. So we can jump to the next one. So the next one will be Liverpool, Aston Villa. You want to go first with this one?
Yeah, Liverpool is at home. They've been very not convincing. In as much as, yes, Klopp will celebrate and the rest of the team will celebrate their comeback against Newcastle. But I think Unai Emery has a very good team that can give them a hard time. They are at Anfield. It's fine. Liverpool definitely will have the advantage. Does this mean Darwin Núñez has found his form? I don't think so. And I think he just took Newcastle by surprise. And honestly, I don't think he can repeat that. So I would say Liverpool is going to win, but it won't be a very much convincing win. Maybe again, I say 1-0 or 2-0. Aston Villa will try their best, but I think Liverpool will still win, but it won't be as easy as it used to be for Liverpool. So 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. I think that's as far.
1-0 to Liverpool. Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna say is, I still think that Liverpool's going to have a little more problems. I know that Van Dijk got a red card last game. I think McAllister had a red card earlier as well. So just there's something not happening on the cohesion side of things for Liverpool. They just don't seem as organized. I obviously know that Núñez was definitely performing their last game. With that being said, I still think Aston Villa is actually looking pretty strong. They definitely had their moments. I think Cash has been doing very well from them from the back. Diaby's have been a great signing from the Bundesliga. I think that his positioning and just the goal threat is always there, so he has that instinct. I think with that reason, I don't think Liverpool's going to have a clean sheet, to be honest. That being said, I can almost predict a 2-2. I'm actually going to say this is a 2-2 draw. So,
it's a draw. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So,
do you want to?
Yes.
The big one. You already know.
I only know that Manchester United is playing a mid-level team. I'm not sure which team it is. We're traveling to, I think, London to play a small team.
Nice.
They've never won Champions League. I don't know. What's the name of the team we're playing?
You gotta Google it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, we should. Then this is the perfect time where we should have got Francis on this.
Yeah,
a big winner friend. All right, so guys, the next one we have is Arsenal versus Manchester United. So definitely the biggest game of the week, I would say. I think that tensions are high, obviously, for this one. I think both teams need to kind of show what they got, I guess you can say, for the rest of the season. So, I'm gonna give it to you, Ben, first, because it's your team. What do you think? What's your honest prediction for this?
We have a bunch of injuries happening in the back line. Honestly, I would have been confident any other day. Varane is going to be out. We're going to be using Lindelof and Martinez. I'm not sure. I don't think Martinez really recovered from his injury, so I really also don't think he's going to be his best, having to face the small Arsenal boys. And then we don't have a left back. Luke Shaw is out. We've just signed your former boy, Reguilon.
Oh, you signed him? I thought he was in talks. Oh, it's signed?
I think Fabrizio said, "Here we go." So if Fabrizio says, "Here
Oh,
we go,"
okay.
here we go.
Okay.
Um,
It's interesting. Okay, because you guys wanted Cucurella, I believe. Right?
Yeah, then there was a deal because we wanted him just only until January, but they did.
Yeah. They wanted the option to terminate in January. Yeah.
So my take is I think a draw will be the result that comes out. It's a scoring draw, probably 1-1. And I think 1-1 because I don't think Arsenal can beat us right now, to be honest with you. I saw them the way they are using Havertz and they don't have their attacking prowess. For me, the reason I'm saying 1-1 is also we're not scoring a lot of goals per se. The reason why we scored 3 against Nottingham is because it's Nottingham Forest, number 1, and number 2, we're at Old Trafford. But our away record is really bad. We lost to this team called Tottenham 2-0, away. So our away record is bad, but I think Ten Hag will try to make sure that we do our best, and then probably Rashford thingy on the side. And then Arsenal also, they're not scoring a lot. They struggled with Fulham, and I think they will they will not go all out crazy on us, because if they do, then we'll hit them on counterattacks. So they'll be also, they don't want to risk a lose before they go into the international break. So I think a 1-1. That's how I see it.
Okay, so I guess for my prediction for this is, I think there's a lot of variables in this. So I definitely think both teams have shown some weakness early on. I think Arteta particularly is still trying to juggle or fitting in Havertz in the squad, as Ten Hag's trying to juggle Mount in the squad. So I feel like they both weren't, I guess you say, like an easy slot in, like I guess he's like a puzzle piece kind of thing. I truly think it's going to be like a gritty game. I don't see one team slapping the other team, so it's definitely going to be close. Funny enough, I saw something on my feed about like the ref being, I think it was Anthony Taylor or something. I think he's like, oh, he grew up nearby Manchester, something, expect a pen. So just for fun, I'm going to do a bonus prediction. I'm going to think that Man U's going to have 1 pen, even though it's away.
We got a penalty last game. People just foul us because we're good.
That's why. Nothing else. Okay. And then so I'm gonna actually predict. I still have the edges of Arsenal because they're still home, so I'm gonna guess a 2-1 Arsenal victory. I think Saka's gonna do something, whether it be a goal or an assist. And I think United's gonna get at least 1 goal, especially if they're playing Rashford on the left wing again. But yeah, United's trying to make an impact as well. And yeah, it's just funny that you have these both teams that just got drawn for UCL. I still think that's going to be something as well. Just kind of show their stuff and kind of make a mark. So
that's my prediction, because we will win and then we'll jump on top. Okay, we'll draw though. Yeah, so it won't be able to jump Arsenal, but we know Arsenal will lose points, and then we'll go back to where we belong at the top. But let's see how it goes. I'm really worried about our injury list, and I hope this new guy Højlund might play. If he plays, okay, here's the scenario. If Højlund plays on Sunday, we're beating Arsenal 2-1.
Really? You think that's the one difference?
I rate that.
Okay.
And his speed, and if
he starts or if he plays at all. So let's say he starts after half. Still?
Yes, it's still.
That type of impact signing? Okay. Yes, it won't be a Sancho story or what?
We might even sell Sancho. We might even sell Sancho to Chelsea tonight or somewhere there. I don't think so. Oh yeah? Okay, interesting. You heard it first. No need for Fabrizio when you got Ben, right? Exactly. So yeah, okay. That's gonna be your weekend, and let's see how it pans out. But quite optimistic, and I'm afraid Man City is going to continue winning, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's our predictions for this game week, thanks for tuning in. So. All right, so let's see if Ben's Pride and Joy upsets Arsenal away or what. So, yeah.
We do.
Till next time.
Ciao. Till next time.
Peace.